As humans, we have mythologized the unknown, and for good reason, because the unknown is unknown. So the best way to maybe introduce people from society to the concept is through mythology. But we humans fear the unknown, also for good reason, because it's from the unknown that threats come and destroy us. A threat wouldn't be a threat unless we were blind to it in some way. And it could then pounce on us from the unknown, suddenly into the known, and then game over. Just like a jaguar or something, like some massive feline predatory organism, like a saber-toothed cat. Back in the day when the boys were hunting across the plains, across the savannah, across wherever they were, all of a sudden they would have been being stalked by this predatory feline beast, but they didn't know. And then all of a sudden one of their boys is taken out. He roars and screams and thrashes and tries to defeat the saber-tooth, but then clamp, his skull is caved in by the might and power of this predatory cat's jaw. So the unknown is understandably scary, but we have a choice to make as humans, and especially in modern society. We can choose to stay where we are in modern society, or to venture courageously into the unknown. Okay, 2 points. 1, there's a cost to both staying where you are and to venturing courageously into the unknown. 2nd point, society is sick. So, therefore, venturing into the unknown is the best option. But let's explore this a little bit. And this is an example of venturing into the unknown. Sorry, the 2nd point wasn't that society is sick. The 2nd point is that the unknown, as currently conceived of by you, is probably a low resolution version of what it is. Like, the unknown isn't just unexplored geographical territory. That is a very low resolution of what the unknown is. And it's a sort of it's an ancient conception of what the unknown is. There is no longer geographical areas that have yet to be explored by humans, for the most part. Humans are one hell of a prolific species. Profligate, what does that mean? Prodigal. Prodigious. One hell of a prodigious species. And we just multiply and move and inhabit every crack and crevice of the earth at this stage. If not us physically, the effects that we have on the world. So those are the 2 points. To the point about there being a cost to either staying where you are or courageously venturing into the unknown. Each comes with a cost. And this is an important point to recognize, because if you don't think that staying where you are is costly, then why would you move? Why would you bother venturing into the unknown? But here's how staying where you are is costly. We live in a sick society today. Today's society is rotten to its core. Festers this illness, and we cannot, as individuals, help but somehow be affected by this illness. And if we insist on staying where we are, then we will continue to be affected by this illness without any cure to this societal illness. So, if we consider ourselves what we are as biological organisms who have been designed to withstand damage, destruction, adversity. Take, for example, radiation. The sun's rays hit our skin, and we have to be able to withstand that damage. Some skin tans as a result of their defenses being activated by that stressor. Or take, for example, famine. Famine befell many populations before us who somehow struggled through, made it through, the Irish famine being one that is close to my heart. Famine and predation. Obviously, biological organisms have to evolve defenses against being preyed upon. But listen, biological organisms, we are built to withstand adversity. The predator probably doesn't enjoy pursuing prey, having to expend all that energy, until there comes the point where it is a successful hunt, at which point they're rewarded biochemically for that effort exerted. And I highly doubt that the prey species who has just been caught enjoys being devoured. But this is the point. Biological organisms are vicious, ferocious, built for adversity. So if you take that in combination with the fact that society today is sick, then we're left with a single option: to courageously confront the unknown. Yeah. So costs. It costs to stay, it costs to move, but there's an important difference between the cost staying and the cost moving. The cost to stay never pays back in the future. You're just a biological organism continually taking damage until you die, until you hit the grave. Boom, gone. However, when you encounter the unknown and you decide to expose yourself to a different type of stressor, which costs in a qualitatively different way, then, although it costs for a certain period of your life, you will be damaged and you will have to withstand it. I think it'll pay dividends in the future. It will actually be worth the cost you had to incur during the period that you did incur the cost. On the other side, it'll be worth it. Whereas the cost of just staying here is just, it's only cost. There's no benefit on the other side of it, except death. But you're gone then, so there's no point in that. And to this point about our current conception of the unknown being low resolution, we can take as an example language as an arena, an introductory arena in which we can learn how to navigate the unknown. How is that? Well, here's how it is. If you expand your vocabulary, you can speak to ideas. You can explore the realm of ideas and speak to ideas that you previously couldn't put words to. So if you become almost a linguistic fisherman and you throw your hook out into the unknown, you are now capable of reeling in ideas that you previously couldn't, because you couldn't put words to it. So what was previously inarticulable becomes articulable, and you render the unknown known. And then you get to project that new idea through your expanded vocabulary out into the known world. So, language as an introductory arena to exploring the unknown. I'd imagine with this introductory arena, you get a feel for how to navigate the unknown, which, if you didn't expose yourself to that stressor, because you have to learn, you have to expand your vocabulary, which requires you invest energy into it, which is a form of cost. If you didn't expose yourself to that cost, then you wouldn't be able to as efficiently navigate the unknown in different arenas, not just the linguistic one. I hope that idea makes sense.